Prepare to be astounded by an extraordinary favor, an exceptional divine blessing that leaves you in complete amazement. People around you will undoubtedly wonder, how did they achieve that? Our God is one who specializes in astonishing surprises, the kind that flips the script and breaks through when you thought the narrative had concluded. Perhaps you've been in a season of longing, waiting, and fervent prayers, shedding tears at night while questioning whether God has forgotten you. I assure you, He has not. In fact, not only has He remembered you, but He is meticulously crafting something magnificent behind the scenes that will leave you utterly speechless. This is the kind of blessing that causes you to pause in reverence, declaring, "If it had not been for the Lord who is on my side, I cannot fathom where I would be today." Many of you might find yourselves in a period of silence, where it feels as though your prayers are hitting a ceiling. Opportunities have passed you by, doors have been closed, and relationships may have ended, leaving behind feelings of rejection. However, understand that what seemed like rejection was actually divine redirection. God was not punishing you. Instead, He was positioning you. When His favor arrives, you will come to realize why the waiting was vital and why those detours were necessary. God has not disregarded your dreams, but has carefully protected them. He has ensured that when the door finally opens, you'll be ready to walk through with confidence and clarity. It is important to remember that God is not a man who lies. If He has promised to bless you, then it is only a matter of time before heaven interrupts your reality with a miracle. Get ready to have your expectations exceeded. You might have thought it would take years, but God can accomplish it in months. You may have believed you needed countless connections, but a single touch of God's favor is far more potent than 1,000 human links. When the favor of God touches your life, established protocols are altered, rules are bent, and impossible situations transform into compelling testimonies. You are not forgotten or overlooked. Your current state is not your final destination. You may feel stuck, yet God is already orchestrating your breakout. Even when it appears that nothing is moving, He is working diligently behind the scenes. When He unveils what He has been designing for you, everything will become clear. You will not have to chase after it. It will find you. The favor of God is about to locate you, bringing peace, promotion, provision, and power. Some of you have been in a battle against discouragement, watching the lives of others, wondering when your time will come. Let me assure you, your time is on the horizon, and it will be far greater than you ever imagined. God's favor encompasses much more than mere material possessions. It is about being in the right place at the right time, meeting the right people, receiving the right words, and being presented with the right opportunities. God's favor ensures that doors He opens cannot be shut by any man. And sometimes, it involves Him shutting doors that should remain closed. The not yet may be a more profound favor than the yes you sought. Get ready for God to amaze you with favor that will rewrite your story, heal past wounds, restore what was lost, and redeem time you believed had been wasted. He is the God of restoration, proclaiming, "I will restore the years that the locusts have eaten." You may feel as though you missed your moment, but your moment has not even arrived yet. God exists beyond the constraints of time. He makes everything beautiful in His timing, not yours. When He moves, He does so swiftly. What takes others 10 years, you will accomplish in 2. What once seemed out of reach will suddenly be within your grasp. Don't be surprised when the email arrives that changes everything, or when the phone call redefines your future. Don't be surprised when the doctor's report takes a turn for the better, or when an unexpected opportunity presents itself. Instead, be grateful, for when the favor of God appears, it humbles you and serves as a reminder that your achievements are not due to your own strength, intelligence, or network, but are solely products of His grace and mercy. He chooses to bless the unlikely, elevate the overlooked, and favor the broken. When His blessings come upon you, it may defy human logic, but it will invariably bring glory to Him. You have shown faithfulness in the small things. You have served in unseen moments, given generously even in hardship, and remained trusting despite no tangible signs of change. Such dedication does not go unnoticed in heaven. Our God rewards those who diligently seek Him, and He is poised to reward you publicly for your private faithfulness. Some blessings may remain private, but the favor that is approaching will be displayed openly, not for your ego, but for His glory, compelling those who doubted you to acknowledge the undeniable hand of God in your life. If you find yourself on the brink of giving up, contemplating whether it is worth continuing, you may have cried out, "God, if you don't act soon, I don't know how much longer I can endure." Hear me. Do not abandon hope before the breakthrough arrives. The darkest hour is often just before dawn. The enemy intensifies the battle when he senses your favor is on the near horizon. This is why things have felt so arduous, why you feel under siege. He aims to manipulate you into forfeiting your promise just before it manifests. But I assure you, you possess greater strength than you realize. You are more resilient than you feel. God has endowed you with every tool necessary for this journey. You do not have to figure it all out now. Simply keep trusting, believing, and expecting. Expectation is fertile ground for miracles. Whether you rise each day anticipating God's favor transforms your mindset, your words, and your actions. Challenges may persist, but you will face them with the confidence knowing that God stands beside you. Favor is not arbitrary. It comes through alignment. When your heart resonates with God's will, His favor flows seamlessly. This is why character and obedience hold significant importance. Favor is more than receiving blessings. It is about being entrusted with those blessings. God wants to know if He can trust you with the favor He is about to unleash. Will you be a good steward of it? Will you uplift others with it? Will you give Him all the credit? When God surprises you with favor, it is not solely for your benefit, but for the blessing of those around you. You are favored to be a beacon of hope, to carry light into dark corners, to uplift, inspire, and encourage others. The favor coming your way will have generational implications. It will disrupt cycles within your family and pave the way for your children. It will redefine the legacy of your lineage. So, prepare your heart and mind. Make space for what God is about to accomplish. It is not small, it is not average, and it is not ordinary. It is grand, courageous, expansive, and it will arrive suddenly. You will one day look back at this chapter and declare, "I did not see it coming, but I am so thankful I held on, grateful I did not quit, and thankful I kept the faith." God is ready to astonish you with favor. Favor that breaks boundaries, accelerates your journey, and exclaims, "This was only possible through God." Do not allow your current struggles to deceive you into believing that nothing is happening. The seeds you have sown are germinating, roots are developing, and in due time the harvest will come, pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing. You did not endure hardship for nothing, and every tear you have shed is collected by God, who promises that those who sow in sorrow will reap in joy. Your harvest is on the horizon. Your season of favor is nigh. Keep praising, keep sowing, and keep standing strong. You may arrive weary, but you will depart renewed. You may start discouraged, yet you will conclude this message filled with hope, as hope, faith, and joyful expectation rise within you, along with the favor that accompanies it. Let this be your declaration. I am ready. I am positioned. I am available. God, shock me with your favor. It's not about if, it's about when. I believe that the when is now. God is about to astonish you. Rewrite your narrative, open doors you never even thought to knock on, and bring forth supporters into your life who will elevate and fortify you. Divine favor is one of the most powerful and surprising forces you will ever encounter. It often arrives unexpectedly, without warning, and in ways that catch you completely off guard. Just when you feel you are at the end of your rope, when you think you have exhausted all possibilities, that is when God intervenes and transforms everything. His favor does not operate within the confines of your schedule or the human timeline. He is not limited by your expectations, deadlines, or plans. There may be times you feel like you are meticulously following all the right steps, praying, serving, and showing unwavering faith, only to feel stagnant, questioning why others seem to succeed while you remain in a holding pattern. It is in these silent moments that faith faces its truest test. But remember, a delay is not a denial, and silence does not equate to absence. God is never idle. Even when you cannot perceive His work, He is aligning circumstances, shifting situations, and preparing hearts for the marvels He is about to unfold in your life. Often, God's favor begins subtly, perhaps with a slight change in the atmosphere, a conversation that leads to an unexpected opportunity, or a door that you thought had been firmly shut, suddenly swinging wide open. At other times, His favor sweeps over you like a tidal wave, dramatically altering your life in an instant. Regardless, His timing is impeccable. Never too early, never too late, but always exactly when it is supposed to happen. You might be fixating on the goals you've set, the prayers you've offered, or the dreams that seem just out of reach, pondering the reason for the wait. Rest assured, God is never in a rush. He is not preoccupied with hastening events to fit your understanding. Instead, He is crafting a narrative for your life that showcases His might, goodness, and intentionality. When His favor finally arrives, you will realize that what you perceived as delays were, in fact, divine alignments. You weren't waiting aimlessly. You were being perfectly positioned. It is often in the most unexpected moments that God reveals His hand with crystal clarity. Those times when the blessing arrives without your planning, when you discover that the opportunities came despite your lack of qualifications or connections, are the moments that make it clear. It was never about you. It was always about Him. His favor has a way of humbling you, reminding you that you didn't make this happen. It was God's grace that elevated you. Many of you are teetering on the brink of breakthrough, even if you are unaware of it. God is already speaking your name in rooms yet unseen, aligning people who will champion you, and setting the stage for what He has instilled in you. Favor is already in motion. If you can't see it yet, resist the urge to give in to despair. this is not the time to surrender. This is the moment to stay vigilant and in a posture of expectancy. God delights in showing up just when all hope seems lost, not to torment you, but to display His glory, and that it has always been Him. Favor does not function like a vending machine where one deposit of faith guarantees an immediate withdrawal. Favor is a relationship nurtured through trust and dependence. God allows us to wait, not as punishment, but to help us grow. During these periods of patience, your roots sink deeper, your faith strengthens, and your capacity expands. When favor manifests, you will carry it with grace, wisdom, and humility. So if you find yourself in that in-between space, hang on. Keep doing what is good and right. Trust and sow, even when the harvest is not yet visible. God is still working on your story. He is just getting started. And when His favor arrives, you won't have to chase after it. It will find you exactly where you stand. You will look back and marvel, saying, "I did not see this coming, but it was perfectly timed." This is the essence of divine favor, often unexpected, yet always precisely when it's meant to happen. Remember, delay is not denial, it is preparation. This truth can be challenging to accept, especially during seasons of waiting. When doors are closed, prayers go unanswered, and everything you hope for appears out of reach or diminishing. It's natural to feel as if perhaps the answer is no, or that the vision was simply too grand or the timing too late. However, God's timing does not signify rejection. It represents His divine strategy. What feels like a delay may actually be God's way of safeguarding what He is cultivating and preparing you for what He has in store. When you ask for something, there could be an assumption that if it doesn't come quickly, it's a sign of no. But that's not how God operates. His silence does not imply absence. His delays are not disapproval, but His way of preparing you. Some of the aspirations you've yearned for may require growth before they can be entrusted to you. Not because you're unworthy, but because He loves you too deeply to give you a blessing unless you are ready to carry it. Every season of waiting serves a purpose. Those moments when it feels like you are forgotten may actually be the times when God is doing the most profound work within you. You learn virtues such as patience, resilience, endurance, and humility. You discover the power of trusting without evidence, believing without sight, and that kind of trust represents the foundation necessary for walking in God's favor. If you can honor Him in the waiting, you will be truly prepared to glorify Him within the blessing. There is an inherent sanctity in those hidden seasons, moments when no one is cheering you on, no one recognizes your efforts, and it appears that progress is invisible. These are often the times when God does His deepest work, forming your character, shaping your mindset, nurturing your attitude, and cultivating your spiritual maturity. You may crave the platform, the promotion, or the promise, but God's desire is to ensure that you possess the integrity and capacity to handle those blessings when they arrive. Instead of forcing the process, God stretches it, creating challenges to uncover areas needing refinement. He exposes your weaknesses so that He can strengthen you, not to punish you, but to prepare you. Often, rejection is God's mercy cloaked in disguise. The door you wished had swung open may have led to circumstances you weren't yet ready to face. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to stay updated with more motivational content. Like, share, and comment to support our work and spread the message.